Om Shanti. Good morning. Baba says in today's Murli that such children are multi-million times fortunate who give happiness to everyone. Those who cause sorrow, they don't even know how to give happiness. They have the false arrogance. So they are multi-million times unfortunate. So you children have to become worthy and give happiness to everyone. You shouldn't become arrogant. And Baba says that Maya's storms and tests will come until the last moment. Baba says you should remain unshakable, but when you become firm, then you will not be affected by those storms. Then you will not even fall at that time if you become very firm. When your stage becomes perfect, then Baba's remembrance will be there all the time, and even if you have to witness the scenes of the destruction, then your complete focus or attention will be in remembering Baba. Let's listen to Baba's Murli, and today's date is 8th January. The essence: sweet children, you must never have false arrogance about anything. Have full regard for this chariot. Question: which children among you become multi-million times fortunate and which ones become unfortunate? Answer: those whose activity is like that of deities and those who give happiness to everyone, they become multi-million times fortunate. Whereas those who fail are called unfortunate. Some become greatly unfortunate and therefore They continue to cause, Baba says, they are much more unfortunate. They continue to cause sorrow for others. They don't even know how to give happiness. Baba says, children, take very good care of yourselves. Give everyone happiness and become worthy. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and explains to you, spiritual children. By sitting in this university, you claim a high status. The position of the deities is the highest one. You understand in your hearts that you are claiming the highest on high status of heaven. Such children should have a lot of happiness. Baba says, when you are claiming, when you are having such attainments, obviously you will be happy. Baba says, even if all do have faith, not all of you are the same. You are always number wise from the first to the last. That's even applicable in other studies. In a test paper, they also become number wise from the first number to the last number, and some pass and some still fail. Each of you can ask your heart, Baba is making me so elevated. What do we have to ask? Baba says, each one of you has to ask your heart, Baba is making me so elevated, but to what extent have I become worthy? Am I better than so and so, or am I less worthy? Because this is the gathering. Of course, it's number wise, and everyone knows we are better or we have to improve. This is a study. It has been seen that those who are weak in other subjects attain a lower grade. Even when someone is a monitor but is weak in certain subjects, he too would attain a lower grade. What are our subjects? That is knowledge, yoga, and dharana and service. If someone is weak, we are very perfect in service and we are zero in yoga, what will happen? We will have a descending stage. Even scarcely anyone wins a scholarship. Baba says not everyone will win a scholarship. This too is a school. You know that all of you are studying. The first and the foremost thing here is purity. Baba says the foundation itself, the fundamental aspect itself is purity. You called out to the Father in order for you to become pure. Baba says, Baba comes to purify all the souls. So Baba's important task is also like that. When your criminal eyes are working, you yourselves are able to feel that. Everyone can know. Some write to Baba, Baba, I am weak in this subject. It definitely remains in the intellects of students when they are very weak in a particular subject. Some even believe that they will fail. If such students don't pay attention on such subjects, they will definitely fail. The number one subject in this is purity. Many write to Baba and say they have been defeated. So, what would you say to that? Their hearts understand that they won't be able to climb up. You are establishing the pure world. This is your aim and objective. The father says, children, constantly remember me alone and become pure. You will be able to enter the dynasty of Lakshmi and Narayan. Even the kingdom would have royal families. So, but we have to first of all become worthy of going to that kingdom. That's why Baba says when a completely voiceless soul can go. A teacher is able to understand whether a student can receive a high status or not. Baba is the because in a worldly study also a teacher would understand the status of a student. Baba is the supreme teacher. Baba knows everything. This Dada also studied at school. Some children do very bad things, and in the end, the master has to punish them. That happens nowadays. There are various laws which have been implemented so that a strict action could not be taken against students. But in olden days, teachers used to just take a very strict action against students. They used to beat, and if among you, if someone has, they used to make students kneel down. Previously, they used to give very severe punishment. Now, punishment has been reduced, and so students become even more spoilt. Nowadays, students create so much upheaval, and students are called the new blood. Look at what they do. They set things on fire. Nowadays, students do. They create a lot of upheaval, and they show the power of their youth. This is a devilish world. Young men are very bad and their eyes are very criminal. Baba is not talking about here. Baba is talking about worldly people. Externally, they appear to be very good. It is said, you can't reach the depths of God. Similarly, you can't reach their depths as far as knowing what type of human beings they are. Just by appearance, you can't identify what kind of human being. What are their thoughts? Their thoughts would be completely different from their appearance. Yes, you can understand how much of this knowledge their intellects have taken in by seeing how they study and what their activity is. When some speak, it's as though flowers are being showered from their lips. They speak very well. People receive happiness. Whereas where others speak, it's as though they are throwing stones. To look at, you would think that they will be very good. They even write down points, but they have stone intellects. Baba says, stone intellects. They just have external show. Baba says, if you throw stones at others, it means you have stone intellects. Maya is very powerful, and that's why it's remembered that those who were amazed by this knowledge, then they related it to others. That's why it's even remembered that those who were amazed by this knowledge and related it to others, and those who called themselves the children of Shiv Baba then ran away. That is, they became traitors. This is. Don't think that clever ones don't become traitors. Those who were called Maharathis, anyone can become. Even some very good, clever ones become traitors. Even in physical armies, it's like that. They take an aeroplane to another country. It's the same thing here. Establishment takes a lot of effort. Children have to make a lot of effort to study, and teachers have to make a lot of effort to teach. In a school, when it's seen a student is disturbing others and he is not studying, he is punished. Baba says that one is the father. The father doesn't say anything. Baba doesn't punish anyone. That rule doesn't apply to the father. Here you have to remain completely peaceful. The Father is the bestower of happiness, that is the ocean of love. And therefore, the behavior of you children should be that of the deities. We should become equal to whom? We should be like Father, so our activities should be like the Father. Just like the deities. Baba always tells you children that you are multi-million times fortunate. However, some of you even become multi-million times unfortunate. Those who fail can only be called unfortunate. Baba knows this will continue till the end. Some definitely do become greatly unfortunate. Their behavior is such that it can be understood that they won't be able to stay here, that they are not worthy of becoming so elevated. They continue to cause sorrow to everyone. Since they don't know how to give happiness, what would their condition be? Baba says, those who are greatly unfortunate. Baba always says, children, take very good care of yourselves. According to the drama, all of this has to happen. They become even worse than iron. Some, even after coming onto the path of knowledge, instead of becoming elevated, they become still worse. We feel that even before taking the path of knowledge, they were better. Very good ones never even write a letter. What would the condition be of those poor, helpless ones? The Father says, I have come to benefit everyone. Today I grant salvation to everyone, and tomorrow they become degraded. You say that you were the masters of the world yesterday and you have become slaves today. You children have now the whole tree in your intellects. This tree is wonderful, and human beings don't even understand this. You now know that a cycle means the accurate tree of full 5000 years. Human beings don't even know about this human world tree. They can't. Baba says it's the accurate tree of full 5000 years, and there can be no difference of even a second. Baba says it's accurate. You children are now receiving the knowledge of this unlimited tree. The one who is giving you this knowledge is the Lord of the tree. The seed is so tiny, but look how much fruit emerges from it. This tree too is so wonderful, and its seed is so tiny. Baba says, from a tiny seed, such a huge tree emerges. So, but this tree is so wonderful, and that seed, Shiv Baba, is also so tiny. It's so tiny that it's not even visible. A soul is so tiny, the Father too is so tiny. He can't be seen with his physical eyes. They relate the example of Vivekananda, who said that a light came out of his guru and entered him. A light can't come out of one and enter another like that. When Ramakrishna Paramhamsa left his mortal coil, Vivekananda was in front of him, and he felt that a light came out of his guru and entered him. But Baba says a light can't come out of one and enter another like that. They don't understand what came out of him. Many have such visions. In fact, the soul just left the mortal coil. Many have such visions. But those people believe in that, and even they write about it. God speaks, there is no praise of human beings. There is only the praise of the deities. There is also the praise of the one who makes you into deities like them. Baba has had very good cards made. If you are going to celebrate someone's birthday, it should be Shiv Baba's. Because we invite people, we make, of course, invitations. So Baba also had made such good cards. It was Shiv Baba who made Lakshmi Narayan become like that. There is praise of just the one. Remember just that one. Baba says, Brahma Baba says, I become the highest of all, then I come down. No one knows that highest of all were Lakshmi and Narayan, because even we didn't know. Baba came and then started telling all of this. So Baba says no one even knows that the highest of all, Lakshmi and Narayan, take 84 births and they come down. The same thing applies to you. You were the masters of the world. What have you become now? Who was there in the golden age? All of you were there, number wise, according to the efforts that you make. So, who are all sitting here? Those who are worthy of going into that kingdom. So all of you were there number wise according to the efforts that you made. There were kings and queens. There were those of the Sun dynasty and the Moon dynasty. Baba explains to you very well. Children should keep this knowledge of the world cycle in their intellects while walking and moving around. Baba says, Baba, that's why says you should become the spinner of the discus of self-realization, because you have the knowledge of the 84 words. It should always be in your intellects. Baba says you are living lighthouses. Keep the whole study remain in your intellects. However, you haven't reached that stage yet. It's yet to come. This will be the stage of those who are to pass with honors. If you pay that much attention on study, then you will become pass with honors. They will have all of this knowledge in their intellects. Only then, because such children always pay attention on knowledge. They don't even think about others, they don't even look at others. They always think about themselves. So Baba says such children have the entire knowledge. Only then will you be called beloved, lovely children of the Father. The Father surrenders the kingdom of heaven to such children. Baba says, I don't rule the kingdom, I give it to you. This is called selfless service. Baba doesn't take anything, but Baba just gives. That's why there is no altruistic server just like Shiv Baba. You children understand that the Father is making you sit on his head. Therefore, you should remember such a Father so much. This drama is predestined. The Father comes at the conference age and grants you all salvation number-wise according to your efforts. Baba says the number 1 is highest and is completely pure, and the last number is completely impure. Baba gives love and remembrance to everyone. Of course, the Murli this is a common Murli and it's meant for everyone, but still Baba gives love and remembrance to everyone, but still there is a difference in status. Baba says very clearly, you must never have false arrogance. The Father says, you must remain cautious and also have regard for the chariot. This Father speaks through this one. This one was never insulted before. Everyone used to love him. How was Brahma Baba in his Laukik life? Everyone used to love Baba and everyone had so much regard for him. The moment Baba belonged to Shiv Baba, then he started taking the knowledge, then everything started changing. Baba says, just look how many insults he has to take. Then all this communities, societies just defamed him. Some became traitors and ran away, and what would be their condition be? They would fail, would they not? The Father says, this is what Maya is like. Therefore, remain very cautious. Maya doesn't leave anyone alone. Everyone will get test. So without test, you will not pass. It's definite, it is certain that Maya comes. She starts all sorts of fires. The Father says, all of you, my children, have become absolutely ugly by sitting on the pyre of lust. Baba says, not all can be the same, nor do all you have the same part. This place itself is called brothel. Everyone must have sat on the pyre of lust so many times. Ravan is so powerful, he makes your intellects impure. Even those who came here and took teachings from the Father have become like that. Even after belonging to the Father, some go back to the old world, they get married. So Baba says, even after getting married, they go and become like that. Your criminal eyes can never change unless you remember the Father. Because Baba is the only one who can give power. This is why there is a story of Surdas. Why did he become blind? Some say that he was blind by birth. Some say that when he was doing the devotion of Krishna and when his vision was drawn towards someone, then he made himself blind. He was because he was very assured that his vision should not go on anyone except Krishna. So Baba says all these stories were made. Each of you children has now received a third eye of this knowledge. Ignorance means darkness. Baba says, when it is said you are blind, it means you are ignorant. The knowledge is incognito, so there is no question of saying anything. All of this knowledge emerges in a second. The easiest of all is knowledge. Nevertheless, the tests from Maya will continue till the end. Baba tells it's a matter of a second, that is about the alpha and beta. The essence itself is there in this, but Maya comes until the last moment. At this time, you are in the middle of the storms. When you become strong, there won't be many storms and you won't fall. Because once we become experienced, that's why Baba tells us to become an authority in experience, because once we experience, then there is no chance of falling. Then you will see how much your tree will grow. It will become very well known. The tree always grows. When a little destruction takes place, you will become very cautious. Then you will just cling to the Father in remembrance, because when the scenes of the destructions are in front of us, whom can we remember at that time? It's only one Father who can be. You will understand that very little time remains, and the Father says very clearly, children, interact with one another with a lot of love. Today's teachings, this Murli is filled with teachings. Interact with a lot of love. Don't show anyone a stern eye. The face changes completely when the evil spirit of anger comes. Sometimes we say, Baba, it's required to show a stern eye. So do we have to or not? What do you say? No. Okay. You have to become those whose faces are like Lakshmi and Narayan's. Always cheerful. Your aim and objective is in front of you. Visions will take place at the end when you are to be transferred. Just as you had visions in the beginning, so at the end you will see many parts and you will remain very happy. It is said, death to the prey and happiness to the hunter. Why we become happy? Because we understand that it's the time, the golden age is to come. Many sins will have to be witnessed at the end, and this is why there will be repentance. This is what I did. The punishment for that will then be very severe. The Father comes and teaches you, if you don't maintain his honor, there has to be punishment. The most punishment will be experienced by those who indulge in vice and those who become instruments to cause a great deal of defamation of Shiv Baba. Maya is very powerful. Baba says those who defame Shiv Baba, they cannot attain a high post. If you become instruments to defame Shiv Baba's name, you will experience a lot of punishment. Maya is very powerful. Look what happens during establishment. You are now becoming deities. There are no devils, etc. in the golden age. This refers to the confluence age. Vicious human beings cause so much sorrow. They beat their daughters and force them to marry. Women are beaten so much for vice. Those who are adopted the path of purity, they are in that bondage. Baba says they face so much opposition. Those people say, if even sannyasis can't remain pure, who are you people to say that you remain pure? As you progress, they will definitely come to understand. You explain that, you tell them that you attain so much that's why you are able to renounce everything. Why should we even become pure? Because we get so much. That's why we don't even find it difficult. God speaks, those who conquer lust conquer the world. If you are going to become like Lakshmi or Narayan, why wouldn't you remain pure? However, Maya can also make you fall a great deal. The study is very elevated. The father comes and teaches you. When some children don't remember this very well, Maya slaps them. Baba says if you're not attentive in knowledge and yoga, Maya slaps you. Maya makes some disobey Baba a great deal. Then, what would be the condition of such souls be? Maya makes you careless and arrogant, don't even ask. Baba says, no? So Baba says, the kingdom is established number-wise, therefore there has to be some reason why is it created like that. So when such things happen, we are just working towards attaining a less or lower status. So you are now receiving the knowledge, Baba says, you are now receiving the knowledge of the past, present and future. Therefore you have to pay a great deal of attention. As soon as the arrogance comes, you die. Baba says, that's why Baba has given us the 3 words, that is incorporeal, then viceless and egoless. Because Baba has emphasized that word egoless apart from using the term that is viceless, because viceless term refers where the soul conquers all the 5 vices. But still Baba says there will be a trace of arrogance even after conquering everything. So we should become completely egoless. So as soon as arrogance comes, you die. Maya makes you completely not worth a penny. When you disobey the father, you can't remember him. Acha, because we sit for yoga, but we will not be able to remember him. So to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children, and we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and good morning, namaste to the mother, father and Bab Dada. The essence for dharana, the first one, interact with one another with a lot of love. That's why Baba says, be like a milk and sugar. Never become angry and show anyone a stern eye. Never disobey the father. Second, in order to pass with honors, keep this study in your intellect. Become a living lighthouse. Let the knowledge turn around in your intellect day and night. Today's blessing. May your intellect have such unshakable faith in the authority of Almighty Father that every task becomes easy. You carry out all your work with the authority of the most elevated Almighty Father. Make your faith in this so unshakable that no one can shake you. By doing so, no matter how big a task you carry out is, because what authority? Shiv Baba is the highest authority and we work with his authority. So Baba says, have that faith, have that unshakable faith that no one can shake you. By doing so, no matter how big a task you carry out is, you will experience it to be easy. Nowadays, science has invented such machinery that you can easily receive an answer to any question and that you are free from using your brain. We have the AI, which is the much better than Google. So we just get responses to our questions in a second. In the same way, when science has provided you such a machinery where you receive all the answers within a second and you get very easily. You need not even use your brain. In the same way, when you keep the Almighty authority in front of you, you will easily have an answer to all the questions and experience this path to be easy. What should be done, what shouldn't be done? Baba says we get that clarity on what is to be done and path becomes easy. Slogan: use your power of concentration to transform your stage of being under an external influence. Today's Avyakt signal: in this Avyakt month, stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life. The pleasure of Brahmin life is in the stage of being liberated in life. To become detached means to be liberated. Don't even be subservient to your sanskars. What can I do? How can I do this? I didn't want to do this. It happened. This means to be a life in bondage. Because majority of us say, Baba, we didn't want to do it, but it happened. You didn't have any desire, but you didn't like something. You did like something. You had to give a correction, but you became angry instead. This is a stage of a life of a bondage. So Baba says, a Brahmin means one who is liberated in life. Such a soul can never be tied by any bondage. All the new and the old Sevadaris of the three campuses will receive the gift on the occasion of Baba's Remembrance Day. Those sisters and brothers whose names are not in the trial list are requested to take the gifts today itself. All the department brothers are requested to pay attention. All the workers will get the blanket. You are requested to just collect the slips from the Gyan Moti meditation hall from 10:30 to 12 noon, where workers will get the gifts in Diamond Hall tomorrow. So today's Satguruvar, and let's offer bhog to Baba, and we will offer bhog to Baba by ourselves, as today trans messenger sister is not available. And all those brothers and sisters who have offered bhog, who have given your names, you will be meet behind the conference hall. Balagopi brother, who has been in Madhuban for a duration of 11 years. He has been in literature department. He was giving his services in Shantivan. He was very humble, and he was he had a very firm intellect. His health was not good from few years, and fourth, he had an attack. He was admitted to trauma. He left his mortal coil yesterday. The body would be brought to the Tapasya Dham to pay the final respect, and he would be taken. The funeral will take place in the Mukti Dham. Let's pay good wishes to that soul. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Prakash Maniji. The name given is human being. Are humans many pieces? The faces of everyone are many, but the name is human being. In the same way, there is a soul within every human being. Similarly, the soul's father is the supreme soul, he is also one. So we all are one children, we all are one, and we are the children of the one father. So its name is we are the peaceful children of one Baba, or we will say that's the real meditation. Shanti.